Welcome to my channel AI Reaction. In today's video, we are going react to family court case. But before then, today's credit goes to Court Watcher's channel for the video link in the description below.
Parties agree to establish Mr. Moreno as the child's father. The parties agree to be named as joint managing conservators to be named as joint managing conservators. The parties also agree that there's been no family violence. There's also no request for a non-disclosure. The parties agree for the father to carry the medical support through his employer at a cost of $100. The parties also agree to the issue of child support. They use the income of the father at $74,538 annually. The child support has been calculated at $860 if based off of that. However, there's a disagreement as it relates to the visitation, so we need to address that. But in the alternative, the parties did agree to the child support, assuming that the visitation is a standard visitation agreement. So we do, again, the issue of visitation needs to be addressed. Also, the issue of the court costs needs to be addressed at this time, Your Honor. So at this time, Your Honor, the state would like to call Mr. Castillo. I'm sorry, Ms. Castillo. Ms. Castillo, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Lisette Castillo.
And Ms. Castillo, did you hear what I previously read into the record that was agreed to by the parties?
Yes.
And are you in agreement with those terms provided to the court?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Yes. Are you in agreement with those terms that's been provided to the court?
Yes, sir.
As it relates to the visitation, when was the last time the father had any visitation with the child here in this matter?
He had her Saturday, and then Monday till Monday, he took her to school.
And how old is the child here in this matter?
4 years old.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
4 years old.
And who does the child primarily reside with?
With me.
And how long has the child primarily been residing with you?
Since she was 6 months.
All right. Is the child currently enrolled in any daycare or school at this time?
School.
And does the child attend school in your area?
Yes.
And about how far is the school from your home?
Like 5 to 7 minutes away.
And if the court was to order visitation today, would you be in agreement to the standard visitation agreement?
Yes.
And do you understand that this will provide that the father will have the right to visit with the child on the first, third, and fifth weekends of each month?
Yes.
And is that the schedule that you had previously been utilizing?
No.
What schedule were you previously using?
He would have her Thursday through Sunday every weekend.
All right. Do you have any additional information that you would like to offer to the court at this time?
No.
All right. Nothing further from this party, Your Honor. We pass this witness.
Okay, Mr. Adeniran, do you have any questions of Ms. Castillo?
Yes, Your Honor. Morning, Your Honor. Ms. Castillo, you did say that the previous visitation schedule was Thursday through Sunday. Is that correct?
Yes.
And why was that by agreement between you and Mr. Moreno?
We could never come to an agreement on like every other weekend. I only have her during the week, and he has her on the weekends.
So he had her every weekend from Thursday through Sunday. Is that correct?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. If she was sick, she would stay with me so she wouldn't get her sister sick or otherwise.
And do you know where Mr. Moreno lives?
Yes.
Do you have concerns about where he lives and where your daughter goes to?
No.
Do you want your daughter to have a relationship with her dad?
Yes.
Are you opposed to her spending more time with her dad. You want to have her at weekends, is that correct?
Yes.
So do you want to have her every weekend, or you want to share the weekends with her dad?
Share weekends with her dad.
So are you opposed to her staying with her dad for like 1 week and then she stays with you for 1 week? I said
I don't
1
agree
week.
to that one.
Why? Can you explain to the court why you disagree?
She goes to school in my area, and he lives a bit farther from the school.
And if he's able to drop her in school, do you have any concerns since he's going to be the one dropping her off in school?
During the weeks?
Yeah, during the week, if she stays with him during the week, 1 week on, 1 week off, your concern is that he lives a bit further from her school. But if he's going to be the one dropping her off in school and picking her up, do you have any concerns about that? Since he can drop her and he can pick her.
No.
So it would be fine as long as he can drop her at school and as long as he can pick her. Is that correct?
But he's at work, so how is it that he would be dropping her off and picking her up?
You're aware that he has a partner that lives with him, and so he also has help, correct?
I'm not worried about that. I'm not.
Yeah, I said you are aware that he has help.
Oh,
So,
yes.
okay.
I'm aware of that.
And so as long as he is able to do that, you have no concerns. Is that correct? If he's able
No.
to drop her off and pick her up, adjust his schedule so he can drop her off and pick her up, you have no concerns.
No.
So will you be in agreement to him having her 1 week on, 1 week off? That way you have the weekend, he has the weekend, and he has the weekend. You also have a week, as long as he can drop her off and pick her up. Will you be in agreement to that?
No.
You're not past the witness.
Okay. Mr. Tatum, call your next witness.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, Your Honor, the state would like to call Mr. Marino. Mr. Marino, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Jacob Marino.
And Mr. Marino, did you hear what I previously read into the record that was agreed to by the parties?
Yes, sir, I did.
And other than the issue of court costs and the issue of visitation, are you in agreement with those terms provided to the court?
Yes, sir.
All right, as it relates to visitation, sir, when was the last time you had any visits with your child here in this matter?
Monday.
And what is the current visitation arrangement that the parties have?
It was Thursday through Sunday, but then 2-3 weeks ago she decided to start keeping her on Thursdays.
All right, and you're requesting that that visitation arrangement that the parties were previously utilizing be changed today, is that correct?
Say it again?
I said you're requesting that the prior visitation arrangement that the parties had be changed today, is that correct?
Yes, I'm kind of lost, so maybe explain it a little bit better. Sorry.
So the visitation arrangement that the parties currently have, you're requesting that that be changed today to where you have the child for a week and the mother has the child for a week, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, do you find that this will be in the child's best interest?
Yes, sir.
And how old is the child here in this matter, sir?
You said in how?
How old is the child here in this matter?
4?
And do you find that this week on, week off visitation schedule would be something that the parties can maintain for a long term?
Yes, sir.
How far do you live away from the child's school?
I live 20 minutes away.
All right, and you have one additional child, is that correct?
Yes, sir, I do.
That child resides with you, is that correct?
Yes.
And do you have any additional information you'd like to offer to the court as it relates to the issue of visitation?
No.
All right. And sir, do you understand that the state is requesting that you pay the court costs associated with this hearing today?
I'm aware of that, yes.
All right. And you are not in agreement with that request today, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are there any specific reason why you're not in agreement to pay the court costs?
You would have to explain court costs to me thoroughly so I can fully understand.
Okay. So you don't understand it, but you just know that you're not in agreement with it today, correct?
Well, it just depends on what it is exactly. If you explain it to me thoroughly.
No further questions for this party, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, go ahead with your questions.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Moreno, you heard the testimony of Ms. Castillo regarding visitation. Would you have issues taking your child to school and picking her up from school if she's with you during the school days?
I would not have a problem.
Who would take the child to school?
It will be my my partner, and my mother would help me out. And I would take her to school on the days I don't have overtime.
And who would pick up the child from school?
My partner will.
When the child stayed with you from Thursdays, who was taking the child to school on Friday?
It would be me and my partner if I had to work overtime on Friday.
And then who would pick up the child from school on Friday?
It would be me or my partner, depending on if I work overtime or not.
And your partner lives with you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that the mother of your other child?
Yes, ma'am.
And that child lives with you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And how old is that child?
She's 1 year old.
Why did the visitation schedule change from Thursday through Sunday? Can you tell the court why?
I think her mother thought she was spending too much time with me. And she said that she wanted to have her for weekends. So she took away from my Thursday.
And so you got to see her only Fridays through Sundays. Was that every weekend?
Yes.
And you want to spend more time and be more involved in your child's life. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
You have been a responsible dad. You have contributed financially to the child prior to now. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In fact, the child has a room decorated in your home for her. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, she does.
And you want her to have a relationship with her little sister. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you believe that this is in the best interest of the child.
Yes, I do.
And regarding the court costs, you are not able you don't believe at this point that you should be required to pay court costs. Is that correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, I pass the witness.
Your Honor, the state
Yes.
requests to briefly recall Ms. Castillo.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Castillo, have the party previously requested to have a week-on, week-off visitation schedule prior to this hearing?
Yes,
And did you just not agree to that, or why did that never take effect?
I didn't agree to it.
All right. Are you, do you feel that it would be in your child's best interest for the child to have one home that the child primarily resides in?
Yes,
And do you feel that a schedule in which the child lives with the father for 1 week and then lives with you for 1 week, do you feel that that is a schedule that could possibly go long-term?
can you repeat that?
Yes. Do you feel that the schedule with a 1 week on, 1 week off visitation arrangement, do you feel that's something that the parties can work on long-term, or do you think this will just be a short-term thing for the child?
I don't agree to it, but I'm assuming if it were to be the the arrangement, it would work.
If I may rephrase the question, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
All right, so the schedule, 1 week on, 1 week off, would that be something that would be hard to maintain for the parties?
No,
So you think that's something that you could easily do with the other party?
I don't agree to it.
All right, no further questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Adinira, did you have any other questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Castillo, you have repeatedly said you do not agree to it. Can you tell the court any other reason why you just don't agree to it?
If the standard possession order it's not like he's not gonna make a relationship with her. He would still have a relationship with her. His daughter would have a relationship with my daughter. It is not stopping from having a relationship with her.
Yeah, but I'm wondering why you opposed to it if it is possible, if you have no concerns regarding her dad and you know it's possible for him to drop her off in school, pick her up and maintain her and be very involved in her life like he has always been. Can you explain why you are opposed to it?
Because no.
You don't have any concerns about his home, do you? And you
No,
have
ma'am.
not, and you don't have any, you haven't questioned his ability to be a responsible dad, correct?
Yes.
And you do want him to further a relationship and be as involved as possible with your child and his child, correct?
Yes.
And in fact, he has done everything a dad should do. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Your Honor, I pass the witness.
All right, let me go ahead and make a ruling. The parts that the parties agreed to, those are all fine. I have to make a decision based on the best interest of the child. Alina is 4 years old. She's just starting school. It's well documented children do better in school if they're in one residence and not bouncing around between two residences. It's not in Alina's best interest to be all week on, week off. That hasn't been what's happened before. That's not what's going to happen now. Now, definitely, we want to have father be involved with the child. Most people work Monday through Friday. It's reasonable. Ms. Castillo wants to have some of the weekends with her daughter as well. So we're going to do what's called expanded standard visitation, which means that you can the father can pick up the child on Thursday afternoons from school and have her the whole weekend until Monday morning, take her to school on Monday morning, every other weekend. So every other weekend, won't be every weekend of visitation. Ms. Castillo will do the rest. She'll have the other weekends, and then holidays are split up in the court order. So we need to make sure that you arrange for her to be able to get to school on Friday morning, get picked up from school on Thursday afternoon, of course, and someone to pick her up on Friday afternoon, as well as take her to school on Monday on those weekends. I don't believe in the split possession. I don't think it's going to work. It hasn't worked in your case, and it's also not in Alina's best interest to do that either. Child support is $860 a month. The state has filed this case. They've asked for court costs to be paid. They cannot pay them. It has to be paid. It's somewhere around $200, $300 total, somewhere around there. Only Dallas County knows because it depends on the service and things like that. So I am ordering Mr. Moreno to pay the court cost to Dallas County directly. All right, the Attorney General's office will draft an order based on what I've ruled today. You are done with court and are excused. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.